Welcome back to StoryHive on Location, Edmonton. Here we are in Edmonton, about to go check out Shooby's Gelato.
Powered by StoryHive and funded through TELUS. So
let's go.
Hey everyone, here we are at Shooby's Gelato and we are speaking with Shooby. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you doing today?
I'm awesome. Very excited to be here. Before we dive into all of this yumminess, we can just have you maybe tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, for sure. So I grew up kind of playing soccer all the time, always being in a Italian household, Italian community. And so I've always been around gelato and everything my whole life so far. And growing up, I ended up going to NAIT, taking a Bachelor of Business degree. And one of my last classes at NAIT, we had to invent a business, something different, something no one else has really kind of done. And my group, we kind of chose a gelato business. And that's kind of an idea I've had for a long time. And so we pitched it to the class and it sounded like a really good idea. And then I kind of opened Shooby's Gelato, where I'm kind of backed by my parents. They help me all the time and we all make gelato together. And so it's a big family, or a small family business, but we really enjoy it. And that's kind of about me. Mm-hmm.
And I guess in that you kind of share the birth of Shooby's Gelato.
Yeah.
That class that you took at NAIT where you created this fake business, when you first created the business, did you anticipate actually kind of taking it outside of the classroom, or was it just a positive response in that?
Yeah, not really. Like it was always kind of a dream to start a gelato business. Kind of my grandpa used to own a cafe back in the day and he used to make gelato a lot. But it was just an idea. It was just an idea, and then everyone kind of in the class really liked the idea, and I was like, oh, maybe this could actually be a thing. So my grandpa kind of taught me how to make the gelato and showed me a couple of his recipes. So I'm just trying to build on that and start it up.
Totally.
Start up the dream.
Yeah. And when your grandpa showed you how to make gelato, was that something you learned like back when you were a kid, or when you started pursuing this, it was something that he just taught you from there?
Well, when I was a kid, we'd always have a bit of gelato everywhere, so that's just kind of been around me. But then the idea of it really came after that class, where he was like, okay, like, you want to learn, I'll tell you how we kind of did things. But obviously it's a little different now opposed to like 30-40 years ago, but
totally,
it's been awesome. It's been awesome learning from him and then just kind of making everything with my family.
And we are going to, I don't know, dip gelato bars?
Yeah.
Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah. Well, we call them Shoob Pops, but it's gelato on a stick. So
nice.
I know it's a bit different. You've probably heard of ice cream on a stick, but just a bit different. And then we have these flavors here. Like I have a chocolate, a strawberry, and a lemon that we can dip into, and they dry pretty quickly. So it's pretty satisfying, I'll be honest, but it's really fun.
Okay. And is this just vanilla gelato? Yeah,
this is all kind of our base vanilla. So we can always change the flavor. A real popular one would be our caramel gelato pop. And then we dip it in chocolate, maybe throw a little bit of salt on top.
Oh my gosh,
it's
that
very
one's so good. I'm sure the vanilla ones are also delicious, but I can see the hit of caramel chocolate.
Yeah, you can see it.
Some of the flaky salt, I'm guessing. Okay, so you maybe go first. I don't want to mess anything up, even though it's just dipping a Shoob Pop.
For sure. So you really you dunk it in, come right out, and you give it a little while, but eventually it just hardens up. And when we have big orders, we're just kind of going right at it, holding, and so then it hardens up quite a bit, maybe give it a little fan, and that's about it. That's the gelato pop.
Oh, that's so satisfying. Right? I could do this all day.
You could do that all day. Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of other flavors as well that we're bringing in, pistachio, maybe a caramel dip. But for today, I kind of just brought out the big three. My favorite would probably be the lemon dip. It's very good. It's not super sour, but the lemon taste is fantastic.
It's got some of that zestiness.
That zestiness for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, have a try.
I'll try the strawberry because why not? I think I might have put it too deep. Did I? No, maybe not.
No, it's fine. It's perfect.
Oh, look at me.
Yeah, you're an expert already.
Thank you so much. Oh, maybe not. I shouldn't have tilted it that way. But
No,
you know
that's
what?
totally
It's fine. It has personality, which is what matters.
That's what matters. The personality matters.
Should we go back and forth?
Yeah, we should.
And as you do so, I'd love to know more about, you talked about a bit of the flavors already. You're trying to get a caramel Shoob Pop. You also have pistachio. You have a long list of options, I would say, on your menu. But do you want to speak a bit about the things you offer?
Yeah, for sure. So obviously we offer gelato. We're a gelato company. Yeah, right? We do offer gelato, but we do it in 3 different sizes right now. We do a 4-ounce, which are little cups. And then we also do a pint, and then also a liter. So it's really popular right now where we do a lot of different kind of events and people order a ton of little cups. But yeah, we are doing gelato. We're doing Shoob Pops as well. We also do popsicles if people aren't feeling gelato for the day, right? So maybe a water-based popsicle is what you want, really refreshing, really gets you going. That's perfect. That's really good.
Yay.
And yeah, we're trying to break into a whole bunch of different markets because I do understand sometimes people want a little more than just gelato. They want something different. So we're getting into like ice cream sandwiches and like a brioche bun.
Whoa, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty popular in the south of Italy.
Oh, cool.
Just cut open a brioche bun. It's like, you could have it for breakfast. It's fantastic.
I was going to say.
It's a little sweet, but it's pretty good. We're trying to get into doing some cakes, trying to just kind of diversify to what people want, right? But yeah, we do gelato. We make sorbets as well because obviously some people are lactose or vegan and you can't have milk. So we'll just, we'll make fruit sorbets. I've tried getting into like a chocolate sorbet, but I think that's a very acquired taste for sure.
I'm like, how would but I guess like if you think of dark chocolate, there's no milk in dark chocolate.
Yeah.
So I guess it might kind of work, but maybe it's
not
like where you want it to be right now.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like a chocolate popsicle. So it's like a fudge bar really.
Oh, okay.
But that's that. We play around with a whole bunch of flavors. Usually our fruits will go into sorbets unless they're specifically requested to be a gelato. But yeah, gelato, bars, cakes, just trying to get into everything really.
You mentioned that the lemon here being your favorite kind of dip. Of the products that you sell, which is your favorite? I guess like gelato flavor or Shoob Pop flavor?
Shoob Pop flavor,
or sorbet flavor?
Sorbet, yeah. Actually, my favorite flavor that we make would probably be our raspberry lemonade sorbet.
Ooh.
It's sweet. It's a little sour. It's just my favorite. It's fantastic. It's very refreshing. I'm always in the mood for it. Yeah, that would be my number one flavor, my top one.
I think that would be perfect because you get the sweetness and a bit of that sour. It's just like life encompassed in a sorbet.
Yeah, it's all in one. It's a full circle sorbet.
And what would you say is the most popular flavor or I guess product that you offer?
Our most popular flavor would be our dulce de leche. So it's like our own homemade caramel that we make. Obviously, you got your big hitters, your top ones, are chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Those are the most liked flavors throughout the whole world. But I would say if you're talking like a flavor that not everyone kind of does or that's a bit different from the main ones, it would be our dulce de leche. People love that one.
And this might be kind of a silly question, but I haven't, and I've never like said it out loud because I think it might be a silly question. But for anyone who actually doesn't know, what is like gelato? I know it's like ice cream, like Italian ice cream, but can you kind of like tell me what it actually is? Like,
yeah, well, gelato churns at a very different speed and rate than ice cream, and it's made with different components. Like ice cream has a lot more cream in it than gelato does. Obviously, some of my recipes might have a bit of cream, but I try to stay away from having cream in it because I don't really like feeling tired or like, you feel a little groggy after you have some dairy sometimes. So too much cream, I feel like is not really warranted. So that's kind of the difference between my gelato and normal ice cream. It churns at a different pace. I try to avoid the cream, so it's a bit more rich and full, and still creamy and good, but
it leaves
bit
you feeling a
different.
bit lighter.
I definitely, that's one thing I noticed about our gelato. You definitely feel a lot lighter. You don't feel as tired. You feel good after you eat a Shoob Pop or a cup of gelato.
Yeah. Coming back to some of the flavors and options that you provide folks, I know you have that like long list, but has there ever been a flavor that you tried and were like, oh, this is not it?
You know, kind of, but not really. Like, I feel like
good.
you can turn anything that you can think of into gelato. Like, sometimes it takes a couple tries. You got to master it, but really anything you can think of. Like, we've been making one right now. It's one of our newest flavors. It's actually roasted pineapple with rosemary gelato.
Ooh.
Like, top of your head, you're like rosemary and some gelato, or like you're gonna roast pineapple and then throw it in gelato. But it's good. Like, it came out exactly how we wanted it to. Obviously, it took a couple tries, but like, I think anything can become a gelato or a sorbet.
And when you're creating these recipes, do you just go off vibes, or is there like a standard recipe maybe that you like zhuzh, or what's that process?
Well, a lot of it is vibes, I'll be honest. Reading, I have so many gelato books. So like, I just kind of like to see what other people do, different flavors that they do, and I try to put my own little spin or twist onto it. But some are family recipes, some are just vibes, like what was I saying earlier, the raspberry lemonade sorbet was just a thought that I had, and I was like, oh yeah, let's mix it, let's go sweet and sour. But yeah, it's a lot of vibes, books, or just reading online or stuff like that. Yeah.
Cool. And is there maybe a very left field or avant-garde flavor you can think of that might actually be like super great as gelato in your head?
Yeah, I mean, one of my friends keeps asking me to make a bubblegum gelato.
Ooh.
And I mean, like, as an ice cream, bubblegum is fantastic.
Yeah.
But I've never thought of it to be like a gelato flavor, you know, because you have your chocolate, your pistachio, maybe peanut butter, strawberry, stuff like that. I never thought bubblegum or like cotton candy would be a gelato flavor, but I think it would turn out pretty well, actually.
So we'll have to stay tuned.
Yeah.
Hopefully that one comes. I love bubblegum flavored things.
Well, there you go.
I'm a kid at heart, so that definitely, all the flavors already draw me in, but like bubblegum, that would be so much fun. I think. Yeah. Or cotton candy, that would be cool too.
Pretty cool, like that.
What would you say is the best aspect of the work that you're doing here?
One, probably working with my family. Two, my goal is to build a community of people. Like, when my grandpa had his cafe back in the day, it wasn't just about coming to like grab a coffee before work or after work. It was about being together, hanging out, staying 3-4 hours, and just building a community of people who love gelato, who want to enjoy something sweet, but also just kind of want to be up and about and hanging out with other people.
So that conversational aspect, I guess, embedded within sweet treats.
Yeah, sweet treats with a conversation for sure. That's the goal. That's building that community there. Yeah.
Which I think is really important to have, especially nowadays when everything is very technological and very fast paced. You don't always have time to sit and talk to people. So
yeah, no, definitely. I think in today's world, we're always go, 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 and it's nice to take a beat sometimes and have a place like Shooby's Gelato where you can come and sit down and just stay for a while, have a good time.
Is it then that kind of community aspect of your grandpa's story that inspired you?
Yeah, no, definitely. Just kind of hearing the stories of like other people who used to go to his cafe back in the day, they said they would just love spending hours there, just playing cards or chit-chatting, or even just like sitting outside and enjoying the weather. Like, that was the spot they'd love to go to, and that's kind of what I want to do. I want to build that kind of atmosphere as well.
That is so cool. What would you say has been the biggest challenge that you've had to face so far?
Biggest challenge. When I first started the business, I was like, I'm making gelato. I can't wait to make gelato. Gelato, gelato, gelato. But it's more than just gelato. I think it's everything, the kind of operations, the prep, the cleanup, the marketing, the reaching out to people, or kind of everything put together, right? Like, because like I said, I currently work full time. So like also doing this on the side, that's it's a lot of work. That's the biggest challenge I have. Like I enjoy every moment of it. Like everyone who messages me, I enjoy responding, but it's definitely a lot. I didn't anticipate that much when I first started. I just really wanted to share my gelato with people.
I've heard from people who have opened businesses, correct me if I'm wrong. I've never opened a business, so I would not know. But they've said that your business kind of becomes like your baby, and it's something that you can't necessarily put down or forget about for like a day or 2 days or a week. It's something that's always kind of on your mind. Is that a similar situation for yourself?
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. If you wake up, you think about gelato, what's next? What are we gonna do? What's a new flavor we can make? Who are new people we can reach out to? What's another market we can attend? Like, you wake up, you think about it, you go to bed, you think about it, and when you're sleeping, you're dreaming about it. So it's a 24-hour thing for sure.
At least it's dreams though, and not nightmares, because those would be pretty bad.
That's for sure. No, that's definitely that's true.
Have you had a chance throughout this process, I guess, to reflect on the fact that you have a store and an online business and have built it up so much from that idea in the class?
Yeah, I know. I think about that all the time. It was just an idea. It was just a class project, and then it kind of started out with me testing flavors in my kitchen at home and throwing them in like styrofoam bins to keep them cold to give up to other people. But yeah, I reflect on it all the time. Like we've come a long way in a year, and I'm excited to see how far we can go in another year or another couple of years. See where the hard work kind of takes us, and yeah, I reflect all the time about it.
Yeah, that's so exciting. Do you have any advice for gelato makers?
To just not give up, don't stop. If you have an idea, if you have a dream, do it. Like we've been saying this whole time, this was just an idea in a class, and that could have just stayed as an idea, but just don't give up. I know things get tough. I know definitely in soccer, things got really tough over a couple of years. You know, you're not winning, you're not performing, but you don't stop. You try to chase your goals. Same as gelato. Might be slow sometimes. Sometimes you're like, oh, did I bite off more than I can chew? But no, if you just don't give up and keep trying, that's about it.
For when you first started, did you ever have any fear of like, oh my gosh, what if this doesn't go well?
100%.
How did you move past that? Because I think, like, personally, I believe that the hardest part of doing anything is like the initial first step of like actually doing it.
I think it was really trying to just get out there as much as I can. Like seeing other people enjoying the gelato or bringing people together, that's kind of what makes me keep going. Because like sometimes it is a bit much, or you're like, oh my God, is this actually going to happen? You know, like, is this going to work? But no, I think just kind of making sure you remind yourself why you're doing it. What makes you happy about the business? Is it making the gelato? Is it sharing it with people? Is it just sitting and talking with them? And just chase the good feeling about having a business.
Is there something that you would want to leave people with, or something they may not know about Shooby's Gelato?
That's actually a really good question. Things people might not know. Actually, I have no idea. That's really good. Just reach out, I guess. Reach out if you have any questions about anything. Like, I know reaching out to businesses, you might not hear things back. Sometimes people are really busy, but I do, and me and my family, we try our best to reach out to everyone and be as available as we can be. So if anyone that wants anything, just reach out. Just reach out.
The Instagram DMs are always open.
Always open, never closed.
And then I'll ask you one last question. It might, I guess, be similar to your advice for soccer players and gelato makers, but we're gonna expand it over to like any advice ever. But what is the best piece of advice you have received throughout your life?
I think it relates closely to what I was saying about like don't give up, keep trying, but it's kind of just be kind. When you're kind, you're happy. When you're kind, other people are happy, and when you're kind, you live a better life. That's about it. Like I've been saying, seeing people enjoying the gelato, just chit-chatting with people, being present at events, just being nice to everybody. That's kind of my goal, my motto, and you live a happy life when you're kind. That's about it. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for teaching me to dip these Shoob Pops.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Thanks
talking
for
to me.
coming. Yeah, thank you.
So we just finished up at Shooby's Gelato. We got a Shoob Pop, ate it before we got back to the car.
It's gone. It's
Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Delicious.
So good.
So yummy.
So good.
So Heart really liked the chocolate, on the like the chocolate coating, and she's picky about her chocolate, so that says something that she enjoyed it.
I only use quality chocolate in my baking and stuff, so that it was top tier. Great.
Shooby is also very wonderful and like super open and chatty and like really big on the community and the connection aspect of the gelato as well, and also makes really cool flavors, and they all taste so good.
Yeah. I'm glad we got to be a part of it and see everything before it opens up and gets super crazy, because you know it will. It's just that good.
So check it out.
Hey, it's the Birdabound Besties here.
Do you want to be a guest on our show?
If you have a story that's worth sharing with the community, feel free to scan the QR code at the end of this video to be a guest on our show or one of the other amazing on-location shows that are available within Alberta and BC. So if you want to be a guest, scan the QR code.